Just 6 minutes to show you how the Confluence trading strategy works. The first instance is where we have the range breakout and we don't meet the rules, so we don't trade. Same instrument, same time of the day, but a different strategy gives you a really good result. Check it out. Hi there, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and we have currently our first cohort of 2024 apprentices, and this is one of their homeworks that they've sent me, and I wanted to use this as a good use case example of where we want to end up at the end of the apprenticeship when we get in those Confluence trading strategies. So right now we're on the modules for the range breakout, but there was no trade on this specific day, which was the 26th of March 2024. Again, I won't show the annotations or anything like that, but the apprenticeship understood that although we had on the opening range for ES on the 15-minute here, we had all 6 time frames on the bias depth, but it just didn't break out in the first 3 candles, so we don't trade it. Then when we close down below, we get this candle close inside for number 2, and this was a trade for what we call a continuation, but he did spot the next resistance zone isn't too far away. Not a great risk reward, so don't trade it. Brilliant, finding reasons not to trade. Then we get the New York Stock Exchange open. We get this really scrappy price action, and one of the questions was that what was this move down here? Was this tradable with the range breakout? And the reason it is not is because we don't get a close on this 15-minute chart outside where my cursor is here of the New York Stock Exchange opening range. If we get a close outside and then we come back in, that's the trade. And those, when we're trading specific strategies, we have to stick to very strict rules. Again, this particular apprentice has chosen ES and he's married to ES. That's his only instrument he's going to trade. But during the 40-week process of the apprenticeship program, what will happen is we'll start to introduce more strategies. So when one particular market condition doesn't favor a specific strategy, there is another that can be used to trade. And this is why I want to go through on this just as a quick highlight to show. So this is the same ES on March 26th. We can see here on the data box, March 26th here, and we have a time of around about 15:15 on this data panel here. So in and around this sort of here, and we're going to go through this. So this is a 5-minute chart. So we can see this moving up and down within that range that we just saw on the previous chart. But this is the VWAP predator. So with range breakout, we're defining the range, the bias, and we're looking for the breakout. We've got very strict rules for breakouts and continuation trades. If those are not met, we do not trade. But there are other strategies on different time frames that allow us to trade that particular instrument. In this case, 5-minute Heikin-Ashi on the VWAP predator, perfect. So first of all, we get a sell signal at this point here. All 6 time frames are red down below. So we've got signal, confirmation, we've got lots of fresh air underneath, there's no support. We get a second sell signal, momentum starting to build, VWAP predator, volume here is starting to really pick up to push to the downside. We get a third signal at this point here. So for me, this is the entry below this pivot here, around about 528, 250, something like that. So this is where, if we get this momentum building up at this point here, if we break this line, this is our start line, if you like. This is our stop market order, but short order to break down through there, and eventually it did. But I just want to show you that this particular third sell signal here was the one where we had all 6 time frames red, confirmation on the bias depth heat map. You can see that there on the data box as well. The data box also shows all those biases and they're all red. Okay, we've got a short entry as well on this point here. Okay, we're not going to actually take that short entry. It's a little bit too high. We've got to be sensible. We've got to understand that we want to break this pivot to go short. But this was a 40 tick move in and around about 40 minutes. So it was a 30 to 40 minutes trade, and it was really good. It's about being patient. It's about that Confluence trading strategy. So we do have a Confluence trading bundle Again, coming on the apprenticeship and learning how to put all those together is really, really important. But if you can't get to that stage, then there is a Confluence trading bundle. I'm going to put the link down below this video for the more information about the apprenticeship, but also the Confluence trading bundle that we do have. This is the Ninja Trader version. There are versions for other platforms, but it's very important to understand that one of the biggest things you must do as a futures trader is, in particular, is to choose one instrument, be married to that one instrument, understand the behavior in different market conditions, and then have the strategies to trade those different market conditions. That monogamous relationship with that one instrument allows you to concentrate on that behavior, concentrate on that one instrument, and understand that market conditions will change, and you'll have the tools to trade those different market conditions. So the range breakout in this case there was no trade setup, there was no fresh air, there was no confirmation, and we didn't have the rules for the close outside of the ranges, and those rules weren't met. But the rules were met for the VWAP Predator, and that Confluence trading strategy is something I discuss in my book, Confluence Not Coincidence, is very important. Stick to that one instrument, use different strategies for different market conditions, and you have continual trading opportunities. So check out those links below down the bottom of the video, and I'll speak to you all really soon.